Yeah, what's up with the tavern? Shit.
I mean, if it's on fire, did we do that? I mean, that's like bonus points.
Oh no.
Oh, Laura.
I don't want to stay in that first village. It's fine.
Oh, Laura, we should have a scoring system. Oh, that just earned you 5 points.
You're welcome.
We'll have a running tally.
Okay.
All right, friends.
All right, this character, right? Gotta remember who he is. Okay, got it.
What are we doing?
The campaign 2 video overlay that I was trying.
I love it.
Yeah, that was real cool.
Thanks.
It looks like.
Did you notice? Ben doesn't really have like a name or art or anything for his character yet, so I named his character
Ben.
Behnn.
Ben.
Ben.
That made me laugh.
Would you mind if I changed out the character photo from mine?
Yeah, this is all just initial ideas. We're probably
Practice.
I think we should see if we can find actually like
A cartoony.
Yeah, somebody to actually do art, because like LJ's art.
There's a lot of ear there.
For Ben, like some of these are AI, and I don't want to open up to that. You know.
Yeah, that's This is
So I love the Bosch one that his like hand is coming out of the circle.
Yeah, that is cool.
Not a Discord. Oh my god.
No, they're all super cute.
LJ, you're a half elf?
And Azamar.
Oh, Azamar, that's right. I didn't realize they had so much ear.
This was just a random AI compilation because John was like, what does your character look like? And I was like,
I don't know that.
right there.
It's going to be really interesting. My character is definitely, at least at the beginning, going to be a kind of sit in the background, observe, terrified of everyone kind of character.
Mine too.
Alazir's gonna throw you right into shit. Here, try this.
Hoopa!
It's
I mean, I've got a sword.
All right.
I haven't rolled for my character yet, but I'm a little afraid she's going to have a strength of like 4.
How?
A dude like that.
How soon can my character turn to Alora's and be like, so I'm just going to call you Al. Is that fine?
No.
All right, Al.
I can call you Betty.
I mean, you could. I just want to answer to it.
I'm gonna call you Osh
Betty,
Gosh
when you
Gosh.
call me, you can call me Al.
I'm Iskra.
Osh Bosh shit. Osh Bosh Gabosh.
Look, I'm not good with names.
I'm gonna find a tiny pair of overalls and put you in them that are stripy.
Oh,
Me
my sister
IDs.
wore that shit.
Yes.
Already ahead of you.
All right. So last we left our heroes, you all had traveled to the Feywild, bought a Gorgonzola. No, sorry, Gorgon.
Gorgonzola would have been so much easier.
Easier. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, this is what happens. Like anytime Bosch opens his mouth.
I'd like to apologize in advance for the entire second campaign.
It's going to be interesting.
Oops.
Mm-hmm. So you're 20th level and you never left the tavern? A lot of stuff's happened.
We bought it.
I stayed at the tavern. We came back and forth.
We won the tavern in a card game and just stayed. Our entire campaign was just us figuring out a supply chain and.
Oh, that's definitely not going to happen.
No, thanks. Alazir is out.
Mm. Oh man, I played with these guys one time and I missed one session and came back and suddenly we owned a town and they were like, and it was like Stardew Valley all of a sudden, like they were trying to figure out all this stuff and I'm like, I did not come to play D&D to fucking run a town. If this is what this game has turned into, I'm gone. I'm out. They're like, no. I'm like, you guys can do that offline, but like, let's have an adventure, okay?
No, it's really fun. I swear. You just gotta hang on for 5 more minutes.
No, it's just like part of the things that I love about D&D is like I tell
Minutia.
figure out who all the people are, and then like
I like tax brackets and minutia.
We built a grocery store.
One of those guys was the guy who shit in the zombie's mouth. Elora. Or Kismet, LJ. That was the drunk game. If you watch the video, you'll understand.
I
Meanwhile,
remember.
Allgate.
So last we left our heroes, you all had gone to see Baba Yaga. Gotten the thorn, which is the spear that will that has the ability to turn you Lorien mortal, so that you can, well, that will be up to you. Nice little debate over whether capturing him or killing him or whatever. But soon after, you went to the Feywild and fell into a as you were transferring to the Feywild, it felt like you were getting pushed off course. Fortunately, Willow is Master Hickles.
Oh, what?
She's the Master Hickles.
Badass.
Managed to keep you pretty much on target, but you fell out of the sky and into a swamp where you found lots and lots and lots of people turned to stone. Part of your army. You fought the Gorgon, not the Gorgonzola. Found a group of lost boys, fawns and other fey creatures, and took you back to their cloister? Can we call it that?
Yeah, the Bramble Cave.
Hidden readout.
Yes.
Campbell's.
And introduced you to the leader of the resistance, Nikos, and
Yes.
their general, Mediel. I've been working on my Australian accent this week, so.
Because those drow are from down under.
Just do not want us to survive this night. We will die from hot.
So
and there's like 300 other beings in this camp, and then in the other camps total is somewhere around like 1,000 or 1,200.
And we started making plans, but then we caught a spy.
Yes.
Right. Caught a little sprite spy.
Who told us many things that we decided we could have sent her back to do false information stuff, but it seemed dangerous, and we decided, screw it, let's keep her here, and we'll do our own thing.
Well, and apparently this is a thing that happens a lot because we put her basically like in a wall of pages of spies.
You hang out here.
Wall of fairy spies. No fairies in the monster manual.
They have pixies and sprites.
Yeah, and I don't know the difference, and kind of don't care, because they're all the same to me.
The kind of fairy you're thinking of is is more of a pixie.
Okay. What's a sprite then?
You're a pixie.
And sprite is like another version of a pixie. It's like one of them is supposed to be like
Is lemon lime flavored?
It's sort of like a 7-Up.
Yeah, I mean, I think one is like flower sort of based, and one of them is like birds or something. But basically, they're both like tiny flying fey creatures.
Yeah,
It's
and then
like
today I
squirt,
remembered
but not
like,
as delicious.
well, there's also brownies. What is that? Those are just
They don't fly.
things without wings.
Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah, you caught this. You made a plan. You gave Kismet a pep talk. We'll say.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Yeah, and she
It went really well.
found her strength, and you inspired the troops, and they decided that you would have revels that night, and in the morning you would march on Eulorian's castle. So you ate your hero's feast.
You're welcome.
And Willow, you were going to do a little speech.
Well, that has to happen the next morning.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Let me look at it. Yeah.
The inspiring leader feat.
Yeah. Because it's once per short rest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would do that in the morning with our cups of coffee or whatever. I don't know. Feywild's different.
It's true. It's true. You all eat, maybe have some revels into the night. But since you're all interested in moving this adventure along, we skipped to the morning, unless anybody has anything that they wanted to do the night before.
Sleep.
Long rest time.
Honk shoe.
Level up.
True. Yep. Long rest,
Right.
level up. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. I did want to check through my spells for all of this adventure.
Oh, yeah.
That might take a minute.
Probably going to be very important, as once shit starts, there will probably not be rests for a while.
Makes sense.
Do
Brian, you got
the,
me all confused last time when you said I couldn't change out my spells, because I can change them out when I level up. And I had a moment where I was like, have I been doing this wrong?
do we have a access to, like, do the rebels have a store of like scrolls or that sort of thing that we can, I don't like to use the word pillage, it seems really kind of negative, but access?
Utilize.
Yeah, you know.
Commandeer.
Um,
Borrow.
The answer can be no. It just, I had a note to myself to ask that question.
yeah, I don't think they do.
Okay. Because, yeah, Fae have a lot of innate magic and maybe they don't.
Yeah, a lot of innate magic, a lot of nature magic, not a lot of wizardly stuff.
Yeah, no, that's so cool.
John, I'm sorry. I think I was emotional and didn't write notes about it. I know I talked with Sir Christopher during our little like shindig at Baba Yaga's about the whole like sacrifice thing and whatever. But like, I don't remember if I asked him to like tell people, like, and I don't know, like, if not, then I need to talk with him, or actually probably with Nikos, because I can't go into this battle not knowing, like, I can't like spring that kind of a question on someone.
Okay.
Just stick your head in this skull. It'll be fine.
At the end of the day, it's like, you know, like Sir Christopher talked about there being like, you know, entities that were immortal anyways, and they wouldn't be giving up their mortality, and that they, you know, him and possibly others. And we haven't really figured that out. And I feel like I shouldn't go into battle and like then be like, oh, by the way, like he's about to be this, but also anybody want to volunteer?
Yeah. Like, now that he's weakened, hey, by the way, little catch.
Little question.
Mm-hmm.
Small ask.
Who wants to die but not?
So yeah,
He's not doing anything for a while.
Yeah.
No plans.
Fine.
I think I find
Yeah,
Nikos.
the next morning, as food is served, Nikos is walking around. You could tell, like, last night was a lot of fun. This morning there are nerves, and he's walking around kind of assuring everybody. And kind of finishes up and comes over to eat with all of you.
Morning.
Morning.
Got some rest after all that.
Yeah, It's always hard to sleep after right before battle.
Listen, in battle, you need to know what all your weapons are. You need to know what all your options are. And, well, I have an option. And, through no small amount of soul searching, I've decided it's not mine to take honor off the table. We can go to battle today and we can win without this ever coming up. We can weaken him, we can kill him, and he'll come back another day, another time.
Come back?
Who knows when? It's not the sort of being that you can keep away forever. It's not an indefinite solution. His spirit will find a way to come back. Or we have another option. We can
He doesn't come back.
imprison him, capture him, hold him, give him to grandmother to weigh and keep and mind under her will. Unfortunately, that doesn't come without a price.
Yeah,
And
I had a feeling. Nothing around here comes without a price.
It's not a price I'm able to pay. Otherwise, I'd happily do it. But someone has to go with him. Someone has to bind themselves to his cage, be his keeper. And that person has to go willingly, and that person has to mean something to me, and I have to mean something to them. This is no boxes that need to be checked, it's a bond. And it's not something I would ask. I would find a way to live 1,000 lifetimes and keep him at bay again and again and again. But I wouldn't be an honest leader if I didn't tell my commander all the tools we have at our disposal when going up against Beast.
That's so Fey. Yeah. Good to know. I mean, now I've read about you in books.
It's about me.
Heard stories from you around the campfire. I always believed in you. Somehow, I never thought we'd be standing here eating bacon and going into battle. I'm just glad that I'm here to do it. And if perhaps I mean something to you, I would gladly take up that mantle as the protector. because you mean everything to me.
Barely had a moment to think about it.
Needs to be done.
Can you be so sure?
Here I am. I'm around you. My heart beats faster. You can be sure that I do this for my queen, who I've dreamed about meeting. Who knows how long.
Till it comes to the moment. Please know, you can change your mind and I'll fight him for 1,000 years.
Will? Will I get there first? Who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind. Have a reason to stay. And he gets up and kind of avoids eye contact as he walks away.
Well then.
Orlac kind of looks up from his book that he was reading and goes, I hope he's there when we need him to be.
Something tells me he won't miss it. You've eaten, you've rested. I don't know, I feel like a mother hen. Not a commander on a battlefield. I know I will when I step out the door, but right now I just can't help but look at each of you and say thank you. Thank you for being here. I'll never have the words to really tell you what it means to me. She just sort of shifts and starts putting on her armor.
We know you do the same for us.
And have done the same for us.
Theragoon.
Must be allergies.
Yeah, I'm allergic to this whole place.
I'm so sorry, bud.
Draken with allergies.
Yeah.
We'll lose more tapestries that way.
Fire all the time.
Well, let's be about it then.
You hear
I closed my book and put it away.
the war drums start up as everybody finishes their eating, and they pick up their weapons and put on their armor and start to form up to head out. And Mediel, you can see that she's going around adjusting people's armor and just the sort of things that you soldiers recognize as maintaining order and letting everybody know that order is in place. Is that you're not going to go onto the battlefield with a rusty weapon. Take it to the stone before we go. And just getting people all kind of fired up. And she is in like gorget and a breastplate and shoulder pauldrons, and she has some mail on underneath. And this armor is old.
But like well kept.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Just super intricate. Oh yeah. Willow, did you want to do a little speech?
Yeah,
Ready to be inspired.
I'll do what I can. All right, everyone.
Woo!
I know that we are all fighting a lot of nerves this morning, but I would like to encourage you to let that fuel your fire in this fight. For you, Lorien, who has no idea the rebellion that is being stoked here this morning. He has no idea the strength that we have in the numbers here. You are going to let him know exactly how you feel on the battlefield. Let his forces know that you will not take their abuse anymore. You will not stand for this kind of treatment of your realm. You are going to fight with every ounce that you have. And we are going to win today. Because we have our queen amongst us. And she is going to lead us fearlessly into this day. And we will come home victorious. Grab your cup of coffee. Sharpen your blades. Shine your shields. Strap on your armor. Make sure it's tight. And let's fucking get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get, what is it?
16 temporary hit points.
Which stack on top of your hit point maximum, so.
Hell yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, is that's the hero's feast thing?
So Hero's Feast plus.
Yeah,
Well,
we all get a total of
inspiring leader.
25 temporary hit points for this
No,
battle.
No.
Oh.
The 9 is your max modifier to your hit point. Adds up, so when you get healed, you heal back up to that amount.
Nice.
Yeah, temporary hit points just go away and they go away first.
And other temporary hit points do not stack upon the ones that we already have, should that be it. But this Hero's Feast stuff is different.
That's very nice.
You're welcome.
So I get very excited when I know things.
My first 5e game, the Warlock got temporary hit points every time he killed somebody, and he was like, I just killed like 7 people. I have like 100 and something hit points. I was like, oh, sorry, buddy. Those don't stack.
Yeah, that's not how that
Wait,
works.
what? But that's
Huh?
how I always played it. Well, you've always played it wrong.
Over and over and over again.
You used to also turn invisible, fly around, and fire Eldritch Blast, and never turn visible again. That's 2 concentration spells.
Oh boy.
So
Oh, honey.
he quit that game. Strange.
And Maxer's got a min-max.
Yeah. The really interesting thing about him was he like begged me, because he loves to get into the minutia of the game, and begged me to do XP instead of
Milestones.
milestone. And so I was kind of making up like a X amount of times that you come, then you'll. So because I'm like, no, I can't do fucking just regular XP. This sucks. So especially because like I don't use bog standard bad guys. I'm always adjusting them, so like their experience level would go up a bit. So, but he didn't know how any of his rules worked. He knew how XP worked and loved to get into the minutia, but
No, he liked how they worked in his head, not how they actually work.
yeah, how he could manipulate his dungeon master before I became the dungeon. So, The night before, you saw Mediel and a few of the other druidic folk here addressing all of these like rabbits and mice and all sorts of different animals, and then they skittered off into different directions with messages for all of the other sects of rebellion. They're supposed to meet you in the forest where the what do you call it? The Thorn Road ends. Which will take you out, basically drop you out about a mile away from Eulorian's palace.
Well, we're gonna need to form up sort of like ranks and meet up with the other people. I assume we have like scouts on sort of the edges of where we're coming from.
Yeah, and there's a scout force ahead of you as well that left about an hour ago.
Yes, we got to figure out. Should sort of set up a little, not like camp, but like we're settling here for a minute while we hook up with the rest of our people. Probably like what? You said we're a mile from there, so maybe like
half mile?
Yeah.
How much are we actually in control of what's happening? Like, I mean, are they looking to Kismet to like develop battle plan and like micromanage the troops moving, or is it, or like the generals sort of off doing that and we're just sort of like marching along?
Yeah.
Like, what's the vibe?
They've been
They've been doing this longer than me.
Yeah, actually, well, that's the thing is Kismet's actually very good at this, but we don't know a lot about this. So they have been consulting with Kismet and figuring out the best course of action. So looking at this map, I mean, I guess the question is where do you want to hit the wall? Or do you want me to just like figure out that plan?
I want to hit the wall where it hurts.
Right in the wall hole.
Yeah.
We need to get Orlok to the wall. To
the side of the building, right?
Yeah,
Wall
to be
ball.
able to disintegrate the shieldy-do.
So the wall of force is around the castle part, but then there's an actual wall around the...
It's
I
also
thought we
around the
established that
wall
it was-
outside.
Yeah, it was like sort of, that was the edge of the barrier, was the wall.
Oh, okay. So like it's not like we're going to punch through this first wall of force and then find like another one.
Correct.
Okay, good, because that'll be bad.
Yeah. Like,
So yeah, we need to like punch through and get us to the wall so that Orlok can do that. And then I still think that we probably would have ended up deciding to open the door in it, even if it only lasts, 10 minutes?
No, it lasts like an hour.
An hour.
Last wall? Yeah.
You know what I mean? That gets us all inside the compound, and then in the chaos of it all, we have like maybe elite strike force team that comes around with our core group to get us inside the castle.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I thought we were going to use... I think we should use the pass wall on the castle, because there probably going to be doors and like we just go right through the side and go, The wall of force will go down with this spell, and then we just run in and get to the wall of the castle and pass wall and we're inside.
So it's a wall of force in front of an actual brick wall before you get inside.
Okay, so yeah, we need to get through that
courtyard.
Yeah. So getting us all into the courtyard, and then we can get the door open. I can get the door open. I'm fucking shifty as fuck.
Kismet.
With your magic stuff and my sneaky stuff, we can get in most places.
And my axe.
My ass.
And there's got to be somebody who knew the layout of the Citadel who could have advised us of like a good place for us to get in if the main door, like, you know what I mean? It's probably going to be barred. So like, we know there's, you know,
I mean,
at least one secret passage that goes from the, you know, the dungeon tunnels up into the.
well, not even the dungeon tunnels. It's like the main hall from that one from the Pixie told us there was the one thing that goes deeper in. So if we can get to that, then we can just use that passageway to bypass hopefully some defenses.
Yeah, there's basically you go in through this little
Back door.
opening thing that you can see it, you know, the little thingy that's jutting out. Oh wait, hang on a second. I can click on it. This guy. Yeah. You go in through there and you go into like the main hall on the ground floor, and there are stairs that go up, but there's a column that the stairs wrap around where that has a secret door in it that you could basically, you get into there and it'll take you up.
Yeah, let's do that.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess making perception checks for like any of the scouts coming back from the other
Right.
or something of the sort.
So the scouts come back and they, you come out through the thorns, and you're kind of hiding in amongst the trees. There's druids going around making sure none of the trees here are animated or sentient and ready to attack. But this is, this seems like a good spot. And they come back and they say that the Eulorian's forces are, they're out in that cleared area.
Mm-hmm.
So there's basically an army between you and the outer wall.
Like you.
It's like surrounding the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, that's the part. Our army needs to punch through.
Yeah, exactly. So, they kind of come to you with like, how do you want to approach this? Do you want to say on defense first? Feint? Or just try to push through from the beginning? Just hit him hard at the beginning, maybe? Or feint over, have our forces move back to where we are, and once they compensate for where our feint is going, we can punch through their weak spot?
The darkness is about to overtake the Citadel. He knows I'm here. This can't be a surprise to him. I think we hit him with everything we've got. I think a hammerhead sledge blow straight through, punch a hole. I think he'll be expecting us to be smart about it. I think he'll be expecting something deeper, something different. He'll be looking elsewhere for where else the boot is going to drop, and there's not. It's just one big boot that we use to kick the door down.
All right, well, we can do overwhelming force then.
Once we punch the hole through, we're inside the compound. Then we surround. Then we come from all angles. Get up high, get in the trees, get on the top of the walls. We need to swarm. And while he's busy looking everywhere else, we get inside and do what we do best.
Yeah, well, don't think they're going to expect us to get through the wall right away. It's not something that they're used to. So they're going to be trying to drop rocks down, throw down hot oil, and do remember, they have those gloom stalkers.
We've got owl riders. Once the barrier's down, then there's nothing to stop them from flying in and adding our own aerial support to that. And if need be, we have a fair bit of aerial abilities among us.
Hi. Kidding. I'll be going in with them.
Mhm.
Worst case scenario, I'll hop up there.
They won't be expecting the barrier to go down and they won't be prepared for it right away. So put mages in the air. Give your fighters the advantage. Lots of small spells can have a really large effect when implemented in just the right way. The right amount of pressure. It's a lever.
Sounds good. Mediel says, very well. I will instruct myself and our royal guard to accompany you. I suggest we take the right flank. We're coming from the southeast in front of the doors. If we hit them over here, we should be able to get to a fairly unguarded part of the wall. There is a bit of a climb. But they're not going to be expecting us to just go through their wall like that.
They'll
And then
expect
once
us
we
to
get
test
inside,
them.
we'll hold the courtyard. What's that?
They'll expect us to test them and prod them, not just, here we go.
That's
Well,
true. It
Here we
is
go.
risky, but might just work. You know, it would help. We used some tricks. You, Willow. Can you?
Sorry. Yes.
Can you awaken anyone? Any of these trees?
Bet I could. What'd you have in mind?
Just a few extra soldiers who can rip people apart limb from limb.
I see what you did there, and I like it.
Thank you.
It takes 8 hours to cast that spell. We could have done it yesterday.
Maybe she asked you yesterday.
No, what spell is this?
Awaken. It's 5th level druid spell.
I love it.
Great. You did
Amazing.
that yesterday.
I did that yesterday.
When you were all
got it.
planning about it. So while everyone else was partying, Willow was trying to waken up trees with a couple other druids and having actually a really good time.
I gotta be a
That
nerd.
sounds like a party.
Hey, look, I haven't had my own coven in such a long time that it feels so good to be a part of one right now.
Do you need to become a little bit of a druid so that you can have a coven?
That's okay, Eliza. I don't want you to do something that you aren't just naturally inclined to do.
Well, I'm obviously naturally inclined to do some nature things, and many of my spells are druid based. I even learned many of them from the druids.
And you cast Awaken.
No,
What's that?
but I can cast Speak with Plants.
So you're going to ask the trees for permission first?
You're gonna.
Because consent is important.
No, this is about Willow and not having a coven. I'm saying she could have a coven.
Is this maybe a post-battle conversation?
This is a post-battle conversation. Fine.
It's okay. I appreciate your importance.
Back to the present. Yeah, you. Mediel says, "All right, we're going to take our crack troops, put them on the right, and we're going to take Mr. Tree. You and your friends, we need you on the left. We just need you to hold. Keep us from getting overrun. And as soon as we are through, we can funnel everyone in. If we can get those front doors open, that will be my job. Get the front doors open, because then the Citadel falls." Okay?
Open the balloon.
Do what in a balloon?
Never mind.
I would do some things in a balloon.
Later, says Ergun.
That's fine.
I will buy you a balloon.
Beautiful balloon.
Balloon?
All right.
Let's do this.
With the plan laid out, the generals and lieutenants and the captains and majors and everybody goes back to their people and starts giving the orders, and you all start moving through the forest in your units, and through like all of the mist that's on the ground in here this morning, headed toward Elorian's citadel. That's right.
Oh.
Hey, speaking of displaced mouths, it's Ryan!
This is Argun. She
That's
joins us.
We're just about to go into battle. You're right on time.
Who wants to recap for Ben?
Yeah, so the plan is we've been marching with the army. There's the bad guy armies in front of the gate, is sort of surrounding the castle.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to punch through to get to the wall. I'm going to drop the wall of force, put a pass wall through the wall, and we're all going to storm in and then go into the castle.
Cool. I'm going to cast Stone Skin on Willow. I'm going to go up to her.
Stone Skin on you. God.
No, you need the protection more than I do. Can you cast Stone Skin?
I can.
Well, what the fuck am I doing? No, it's my gift to her. I'm doing it.
Thanks,
It's like,
babe.
I didn't prepare that spell, but I could.
This is true. I did not prepare it.
It's done.
Because,
It is done.
It is done.
all right, let me take a look at it.
You have resistance to non-magical, basically piercing, slashing, all that jazz, bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning.
And all that.
Well, at least as long as Argun's concentrating on it.
Right.
Oh, is it a concentration spell?
It is a concentration spell.
The spell turns the flesh of a willing creature you touch as hard as stone.
Oh my.
Are
Now you can't put your arms down.
That's hot. I walk around like not being able to use my elbows or knees.
Hey, Willow, are you hard?
So hard.
Let's go into battle so we can stop this part.
Right. Did Ergun notice the conversation between Kismet and what's his name?
Nikos.
Probably we were all sitting there.
Yeah, I wasn't hiding it from anybody. I wasn't trying to be secretive. We were all in the room.
She told him about the sacrifice skull thing.
And he volunteered.
Yeah. He was like, hell yeah, babe. I love you. Not quite
'Cause
like
I'm
that.
all about you.
Who said yes?
Nikos.
Which one was Nikos?
The hot guy from last week.
The leader of the rebellion.
Cool.
And
I wasn't
then
sure which one it
Danielle
was.
is the general of the army of the rebellion.
Moon.
Did you see him?
but he like read books about me and he believes in me. Oh God, I'm gonna feel bad about this for the rest of my life.
I mean, not to channel Bosch at all, but I mean, you just met the guy. I mean, how much could he mean to you? I mean, I know like hotness is like it means like you've known him twice as long because the hotness just like carries over.
I mean, doesn't she have to technically love him in order for it to work?
His hotness can mean a lot to him. I mean, there's some people that like fall in love with Chris Hemsworth like just looking at him.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
All right. So after a bit of planning, and all the officers going back to their groups of people, you've got your Ents on the west side, while you guys are going in on the east. New York. I don't really know how to do east side. So east side. East side.
I mean, that's sign language.
Yeah, that's an E.
It's an E.
Right.
This is E, John.
Yeah. You all get up and start moving through the misty forest, quietly pushing through, and there's a kind of strange smell in this forest, or on the wind more, of like, in these forests, there are dead leaves on the ground, so you're kind of used to smelling that mulchy smell, but there is almost like this what is it? A 100-year-old corpse smell. It's like death, but
old decay,
all dried out. And yeah, so it's not like, a rotting body, but it is smell of old death.
Stale death.
We're in the midst of battle, right, John?
No, you're walking toward the battlefield.
Got it. Okay.
On our way.
We're walking in formation, and then you'll see Ergoon quickly just kind of like bolt between himself from where he is next to Willow straight towards Kismet, while drawing his sword and slashing up into the air once he gets past her, and cutting the shadow that's right about to come at her, casting sunlight into the air, into the sky.
So he comes through and just
or daylight.
Yeah, roll to hit.
Okay.
Oh, he's got special eyes.
Almost got Betty Draken eyes. Got Betty Draken eyes.
30.
Too high.
Yep, that hits.
Great. Cool. So I cast sunlight, I guess. I don't know. Or do you want me to do damage too?
Yeah, do damage too.
Okay.
Just say you kind of do them both at the same time. And suddenly there's this blinding light for like in 60 feet. And you can see, do you say anything?
Just the incantation for sunlight, or for daylight, but I'll go and say in Draconic.
Okay.
I guess then I'll say the shadows come from us, and then I'll look towards like Nikos specifically as like there's one on you, I believe.
So as the light spreads out, And Ergoon just cuts this, like, it looks like he's just stabbing into the mist, but as the light comes, you can see this like outline of this just like kind of almost ghostly figure, and see eyes, and it's almost as if it's made of dripping rags, and it's like holding one rag, and it's about to come down and stab Kismet.
Oh, fuck me.
28 damage, John.
All right.
Damn.
And Nikos kind of turns, and you can just see this. It's like skeletal face as he turns, knocks its kind of shadow blade out of the way, and everyone around him starts pulling out weapons. Anything else? Anything the rest of you want to do? You can now see that there's one coming after Kismet.
Another one?
It's just this one, but it is not dead yet. Casting what?
I cast Firebolt.
Firebolt?
Yep.
All right.
So I think Orlac started, like the second that Ergoon started moving, we've worked together long enough where I knew something was up, and so I immediately started casting.
Yeah.
Does a 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, 20 points of fire damage.
Nice. Kismet, what do you do?
I seeing Ergoon like coming towards me with sword being drawn, would just sort of duck but draw my blades at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And shielding my eyes and as the daylight sort of blooms or whatever, and then coming right over the top of where Ergoon was hitting the shadow.
Nice.
Sort of like a down and around whirly gig.
Roll to hit.
Oh, that's only all right. Strong start. 21.
Hit.
Sweet. That'll be 14 damage.
14. Nice. Still up.
Second hit. That's 16.
16 hits.
Ah.
Yeah, you kind of, it didn't expect to be seen, and it kind of trades on not being seen, and Ergoon
Save you.
That one's for 13 damage.
Right. Eliza Willow?
Is he still up?
Still up. Oh, you have one more. That's right.
I mean, technically,
Like
do
two
I
more.
only just get the one attack, so I get the 3? Or do I get my own?
Yeah, this is full turn.
Okay, cool. Next one is higher, so that hits. For Jesus Christ, I keep rolling even lower than the last ones. That's 12 damage.
That's all right. You whack, and you hit it, and it kind of. And let's see. I need Ergoon, Kismet to make Constitution saving throws.
Yeah, you could do it.
Do it.
Rip.
Oh! You're like all Constitution.
No.
Dirty 20.
30-20. Okay.
21. Or sorry, 11.
11.
11.
I'm gonna use a reaction.
Wait, is it a spell, John?
It is a magical effect.
God damn it.
Basically, this guy exploding. Don't worry, you'll have some spells to deal with later. What's your reaction, Orlac?
Well, what does it look like? The thing that's happening.
Just kind of as it like dies, it just kind of explodes.
All right, no, I'm okay.
All right.
He can take it. He's got 200 hit points.
Yeah, that's
I gotta save this. I gotta save this for when we're gonna need it.
8 points necrotic for Ergoon, 4 for Kismet.
They just hit the temporary hit points, so we're good.
We're okay.
Yep.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Look around for some other ones to see if there's any others.
You see the people around Nikos and Mediel both immediately, go into action. It actually hits one person, and you watch them just their strength gets just sucked out of them as everybody just around it stabs it to death. And Mediel makes short work of the one near her, but you lost one person in that attack. And there are more attacks down the line.
It's a good bet that they know we're here. We should move faster.
Right. Sort of looking down the line and calling for everyone to regroup and forward.
It is a good bet that they know what we are at as well, considering they sent shadows at Kismet and Nikos.
Yeah, we need to move faster.
Sure enough.
Under any sort of notions that he's not going to know where we're at. We're just gonna hit him with everything we've got really hard. If anything, we need to pick up the pace.
Yes, that's why I said we should go faster.
So you basically go into a forced march, and it is not long before you see the edge of the trees. And you can see the Eulorian's forces standing out there, and some of them are some of these look like fey creatures. Some of them are shadowy creatures, and some of them are somewhere in between. Like some of them are like these humanoids that look like they're made of like dead sticks, and it's an interesting combination.
Dead sticks, you say?
Mm-hmm. As everyone kind of moves out and gets into all of their ranks, and flags start flying, horns start going. You see Eulorian's forces go into a bit of a defensive posture as people ride up and down your lines, just getting everybody ready and in shape. Kismet?
Everyone's sort of shoring up the lines and steps out. I don't know, do we have Fey mounts? Are we on foot?
Yeah. You also have some awakened trees if you wanted to ride one of them. Some Ents.
Ever rode a tree before?
I think I want to ride like an elk.
All right. Easy enough. Willow turns into an elk. No. There's basically cavalry, light cavalry who are riding elks, and one of them like just points you like I would be honored.
Oh, John, can he be my father's elk?
Sure.
Oh,
This elk belonged to your father when he was part of this unit.
The elk's name is Jeff. I'm kidding.
Jeffrey.
Father's elk, Jeff.
All right, so I've met Jeff and we've been introduced, and now I'm riding Jeff and we're up at the front of the lines. Jeff. anyways, everybody's like getting ready and you know, I've tied a bit of leather to make like a little triangle place on Jeff's antlers for Sir Christopher to like hang on. Mm-hmm. And I imagine he's got a wee little like sword or something.
He's got his sword and his like musketeer hat.
Yeah, he's having his full Reaper Jeep moment. Mm-hmm. And just sort of the armor that Kismet has on, you may or may not have noticed, but you certainly do now over the last couple of days. I don't remember if it's been a whole day or two. I think it's been 2. But the armor is starting to sort of, it was always vibrant with the colors of all of the different leaves and the changing of the seasons, but it somehow seems to be more vibrant, almost like moving a little bit, like it's reaching out to anything and everything that's all around it in the Feywild and coming alive with it. And as she takes a step out forward and she draws her sword, some of the leaves all sort of like of every color swirl around like her and Jeff, and it sort of makes this little magical moment. And the element of surprise is gone, so it doesn't matter how loud she's going to be. And she calls out, "My rebels, my countrymen, my people, my family. I am here for you. My name is Kismet Arturo, and I am here to fight the darkness in your name. I do it for you, and it means something because of you. Each and every one of you has inside of them a spark of the light. You are the reason that we're here today, that we have a chance to strike back at the darkness. Each and every one of you is important. Each and every one of you means something to me, because we're all fighting for the same thing. I may be a symbol, I may be a person who happened to be born in the right place at the right time. Might call it Kismet. But I'm here because I choose to be. I choose to fight for this, and I choose to fight for you. And I hope you can choose to fight for me. And just like big clang, and does the sort of green flamey thingy again, just leaves it.
And all sorts of fey creatures in vibrant colors cheer and shout and chant your name, and are all ready to go. And you see Mediel say, "Lead them out."
I'm not going to do a big war cry, but Kismet does.
No! You just kind of sword forward, big battle cry. And
yeah, I walk into the club sword first. Let's fucking do this.
I need you to roll a d6.
Ooh. Four.
Fine.
Funny. All right.
I sent you a message, by the way, John.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean, funny?
So as Kismet starts going out, you see her her armor kind of like starts giving off these leaves and they start surrounding the people around her. And when they clear from the people around her, they all look like her. Or everybody within about 20 feet of her is suddenly Kismet.
Okay.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, remember the thing we were talking about for your armor?
Yep.
Random effects?
Yep.
This is the first one.
Okie dokie.
The rest of you?
Then the musical, this song would be called Suddenly Kismet.
I guess we're following the one in the middle. I guess we're following the Kismet in the middle.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we're all Kismet now.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
No, I'm Kismet. No, I'm Kismet.
It's the Spider-Man meme.
Oh, Kismet, my Kismet.
I am Kismet.
I'm Spartacus.
I am apparently in this situation also Kismet.
The soldiers look a little confused that they're now Kismet, but they kind of go with it.
I think I had a dream about this once.
You know what they say? A Kismet with a Kismet.
Hey, Barry, you look pretty hot as Kismet.
These are nice. Check your pants. Check your pants.
It's like, these are nice. Oh, illusion.
Aww.
Lame.
Eliza, those are just your breasts.
I know, but they're very nice, and it's just sometimes when I'm stressed, I like to squeeze them like they're balls.
Oh.
Perhaps we should focus on the foes.
So,
Fine.
Thus, you can tell the difference between this current character of mine and my previous character.
And your future character.
so
Oh, he's hard to predict.
Let's go.
we're gonna go into a bit of a skill challenge here.
Okay.
I'm gonna get 5 successes versus 3 failures.
Okay.
DC 16.
This is the kind of thing where we can only use one skill each, like one skill once, and I can't double up that all then.
Yeah, but you can also use skills, spells, special abilities, and anything you want. This is just going to be to play through this battle and breaking through the lines.
Gotcha.
So the first one is basically you guys going all out on the offense here. How do you want to help with that? Ergoon.
You're muted. There you go.
Yes, I would like to
Why you had to raise
lead.
his hand?
I would like to lead the charge, and I have never done this before. So I would like to use
It's my first time.
the awakened property of my Dragon's Wrath sword, I think I can cast like a fire breath thing, like a dragon's fire breath. 30-foot cone. So kind of as we were like driving forward, I just kind of wanted to keep like pushing this fire forward, basically creating a line for us to follow through. So everything takes 8d6 damage as a DC 16.
Oh, is this like you push it forward like that and it does a cone?
Yeah, so like, I basically have a cone of fire breath.
Nice. I think you did that during the beholder battle.
Perhaps.
Fucked up everybody. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're right. I did do it then. Yeah, I remember Orlak being very disappointed because I burned down his ship that he was going to stay on.
Yeah, that was funny.
I had to go on the
Yeah, but basically, I want to. My goal is to be basically creating a column that we can kind of keep pushing through. That sort of thing.
What do you guys think? What skill or whatever?
maybe the bad guys have to roll like saving throws, and that's the 16. Well, it's actually probably higher for his thing, but yeah.
No, the DC is 16.
That works out. Either that or like intimidation or something. Unless somebody was going to use it.
I mean, intimidation does sound like good.
Yeah, I think that's.
All right, we're not really intimidation.
Because we're not really keeping track of like how many people we're killing because there's a gazillion of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you want me to do intimidation?
Yeah, because it's just like blowing out of the edge of the forest and like boom. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say with advantage, because you only have +1, but this is very intimidating.
Right. Well, I figured that you let me use because you said I could use my strength for intimidation.
Yes,
right?
actually.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You're strong as hell.
You're
strong as hell.
Strong as hell. I actually roll a 16, so great.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you, Ergun, just kind of like as Kismet is pushing everybody forward, Ergun, where you are, just manages to like get out in front of everybody, sword forward as you're coming down. Spears are pointed towards you from Eulorian's forces, and he just and it hits this section of the defensive forces and just blows them apart. And like 4 or 5 or more people just actually fly up into the air. There are some people there who are those like almost undead stick people who catch fire immediately. And with that, since Ergun was kind of leading this point, that point smashes into the other line.
Oh, wait, John, before that can happen though.
Sure.
If I can throw something in the space that Ergun has created, I cast sending, and I send a message, and it's now.
And where would you like them?
Right in front of us, because they have to drive straight ahead.
So Ergun, and just before he can do that, this unit of like 10 Draken warriors at full tilt run appear in front of you and just smash into the other line, and there's more fire and like acid and cold breaths going off everywhere as you start pushing back, and you can see this flank is starting to collapse.
And I say the gatekeepers will punch a hole forward.
Yeah, that's an automatic success, by the way.
Amazing.
At which point you're pushing through, and just this cloud of Gloomstalkers starts coming down toward where you're pushing through. They can see that there is a possible breach happening here, and they're trying to fill in the hole, and they come down and like start grabbing people from your army off the ground and like cutting them, like ripping them in two and things like that. Yeah, Kismet, what do you want to do?
I would like to use acrobatics. I'm gonna call out to one of our mage riders, because we have our owl riders that are flanking us from above, like staying behind us, but like they're there. And just sort of like reach up, and one of them just grabs my arm and launches me up into the air towards the Gloomstalkers, and I lead the mages with the owls, and I just like leap off, and I'm just basically
like jumping on the back of the Gloomstalkers and killing.
Yeah, to like then hit other Gloomstalkers and just.
I was gonna say killing the riders, but there aren't riders.
Stabby in the sky, acrobatics.
Gotcha. Sure, make a acrobatics. Anyone else want to do anything against the Gloomstalkers?
I mean, I do, but I also don't want to hurt Kismet now.
That's okay. There's plenty of them. You won't hurt her.
Okay, cool. I'll get some Gloomstalkers that aren't near the one true Kismet.
That would be a 19 on the die for a 33.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So you put your hand up and you just feel this this owl talon grab you, and you kind of hold on to it, and you hear "hold on" as he kind of flips you. He flips the owl, sending you flying, and you land on one of the Gloomstalkers, just into its back.
In an echo of when I rode the wyvern.
That's right.
With my swords.
Mm-hmm. And you kind of take one down, flip onto another one. It's like some Black Widow shit.
Yes, and it's like the dude on the owl bear, or the owl and me, and we're sort of doing a little like acrobatic dance of death.
Nice.
Dance of death.
Pickles, what are you doing?
If this is allowed, I would love to cast Moonbeam on a big group of Gloomstalkers.
Cast what?
Cast Moonbeam because it's
yeah.
damage, and I hate their gloomy guts.
All right.
They need to make a cons check of 17.
Right, but what is this? What skill is this?
In a skill check, what would it be?
Could just be like a wisdom or like a like a concentration check, but maybe we do it with like
It is concentration.
Yeah, so we'll do it. Well, basically, how about it's like how strong, how much of your own will you put into it, which would be let's do your spell attack roll. So it's D20 plus 9.
Okay.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, right. 22.
22. Yeah, no problem. You take that moonbeam, right?
Yes.
And it comes down, and you just see one of the Gloomstalkers that's like coming down towards one of the elk riders, and it just into some smoke, and then you push it over as it and it just starts popping Gloomstalkers all along the line. Because with your owl riders versus their Gloomstalkers, the Gloomstalkers are just so vicious. But between Kismet leaping around and Willow popping them, you seem to be getting the upper hand.
Hell yeah. And that's 19 points of radiant damage, if that matters.
It's all narrative.
Got it.
But, mark off any spells that you cast.
I did it.
At which point you're pushing through, and you've actually gotten through fairly far into, and like you've actually split the forces here. And just as you're about to come through, you see these like dark ents, these corrupted ent creatures coming right toward your the hole in the line.
I got something.
Yeah.
Can we go twice or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how far are we from the wall?
You're probably 60 yards.
God, you had to go metric.
I said yard.
Yeah.
I have something too.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. How far are the ents close together?
So they're kind of coming from another part of the battlefield, so they've had to be a bit close together.
Well, Tiffany, you haven't done anything yet. If you want to do your thing.
Oh, sure. I will bonus action cast Searing Smite on my rapier, my Nightfall Rapier of Shielding, and I will attack the nearest ent.
Okay, so Eliza just pulls out this rapier and charges straight at the ents as they're charging your position.
Mm-hmm.
I guess make an attack roll. And Orlac, what are you doing as she does that?
29.
Maybe that particular ent was like a little away from the group of ents, like it's in front or something.
A bunch of them.
So I'm going to try to catch a bunch in a. How big is this? 1 second. I pull out a scroll. And I cast Wall of Force.
Oh.
And I'm going to do a sphere around the ents.
Okay. Yeah, do a spell attack roll.
Okay.
Just this is like the same thing that Willow had to do. It's just how much force can you put into this?
Let's see. I have 18 on the die plus 12, so
okay,
30.
30.
Yeah. So, Eliza, you attack and just come and cut through one of its legs, and it kind of stops to fight you as this other group of them come on, and then all of a sudden, Orlac just with a word in Draconic, it just kind of they all kind of boom up into this bubble.
Yeah, it's like a dome.
Yeah, or is it a dome or a bubble?
It says it's a dome. Or no, I can do a sphere. Sphere.
And they they're all in like this hamster cage, and they're trying to get through it, but they cannot break it. And Eliza, you cut through it. It swings back at you. You manage to duck out of the way. Cut off its arms. Right through
also,
its neck.
with searing smite, it's my sword is on fire. It's
Right.
fire damage, so the end
is on fire.
might be a little flammable.
Yeah, as you're cutting through it, you're also lighting it on fire, and at one point it tries to run away. What do you do?
I pull out my bow and I shoot it in the back.
She just finishes it off as it kind of falls to the ground.
And then I run forward and grab my arrow and put it back.
All right. I have to run to the bathroom real fast.
That scroll's gone now.
Oh well. That's a pretty cool action. Yes.
Well, I happen to have I had Wall of Force like
leading the charge and owls and gloomstalkers and evil people.
cool. And I had Wall of Force pulled up because I knew I would need it in a second when we try to get through the Wall of Force. And I'm like, oh man, wish I had that memorized. We could use it on these ents. And then I was like, wait a second, we have a scroll.
This ship is the best salsa. It's so good.
What is it?
You get it at Kowalski's. Yeah,
We don't have one of those.
I know. I'll have to bring you some.
We do.
Tony!
The disembodied Tony head.
Tony!
I'm just here feeding my wife.
Thank you, love.
Oh, wearing clothes.
My wife.
Well, if that's a problem, then
Dinner and a show.
back here.
Put your pants back on.
Hey, you know,
Too late.
Tiffany, shut up.
Well, I like your trans background.
Do-do-do-do.
All right. You need a drink.
Yes.
Water.
Yes.
You want water?
Yes.
Tiffany forgot to water herself.
Aw.
Nice to
All right.
This is maybe like the
So
first
with
real meal.
that, the counterattack stalled. The Draken kind of lead the way as a lot of the Fey forces stand there and start like basically crumbling the flanks of Elorian's forces as they start falling back. You push up and basically just sprint to the wall. As boulders, boiling oil, arrow fire, etc., rains down on you and the troops. How do you want to?
As we get close, can we see the wall of force?
Yeah, you can see like a little shimmer in front of the wall.
Okay, when we get about 60 feet away, I'm going to hit it with disintegrate.
Okay. You are currently being fired at by archers. They're throwing rocks down, that sort of thing. You guys want to do anything to alleviate that damage?
Yeah, I will say, cover me.
Can I hit where the archers are, or are they behind the wall of force?
They're behind the wall of force.
Eliza, do you have wind wall?
I do not.
Okay, I do, but if I cast it, the stone skin goes away.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I don't have that one.
Rip. I cannot do
Can I
it.
signal up to the mage rider owl people to go with him? Sort of like above, like if there's any sort of like shielding something they can cast over him, or.
Well, I'm not going like ahead of people. Like that's not my vibe. Like we're all going.
Just like signaling like where you are in the area, so that like as we make our way forward, is like you're not getting pelted with arrows while you're trying to cast a spell.
Okay. Let's see here. I like command skill. So you're basically going to like order some owl riders to attack the people on the parapet so they can't throw shit down on you.
Yes.
Okay, make just a charisma check.
Okay.
I would like to also do a thing when she's done.
Natural 20.
Hey, all right. What do you want to do, Ergun?
I was gonna use flame breath to burn up the arrows as they come over us. So kind of just like as we run, and just kind of like just try to burn up the arrows as they come through.
All right. The owl riders come through and start like casting little thorns. Some are shooting arrows, that sort of thing, at the people on the wall, who are distracted enough that you have a short moment to get up to the wall. The Draken crew lead the way, shields up, and you get within 60 feet. Disintegrate
Like,
you.
So Orlac casts a spell, like he takes out a lodestone and a pinch of dust and throws the dust in the air and whirls the lodestone around, and it points, and a green beam slams out of his finger into the wall, which then collapses.
The wall of force just gets eaten up, and suddenly, like, the air above you is suddenly clear, and it goes down the sides of this wall, and just slowly eats away everything else. So now it's just a regular rock wall between you and the courtyard.
Not for long. We need to move forward another 30 feet. So Orlac says we have to get closer.
Yeah, it's like reminds me of Monty Python, like attacking the castle with all the Frenchmen in it.
Oh yeah,
like running up and like hitting it with swords, hitting the wall with swords, which like is kind of what you guys look like you're about to do. when this like really, really well-trained group of Draken just like is covering Orlac with their shields as they move up in this like arrowhead formation and then part at the front.
And when I'm within 30 feet, I cast Pass Wall. And so Orlac throws it, basically like pulls out a little component, rubs in his fingers and points, and a passage basically appears in the wall. It's 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall, and 20 feet deep.
Nice. Yeah. Suddenly there is this gigantic just brick opening in the wall, and the Draken push through immediately in their arrowhead formation.
Immediately followed by like Nikos and Kismet, like side by side, shoulder to shoulder, I think. Like,
yeah, Nikos, Kismet, Mediel with all of her crack troops are coming through, and there are troops inside the wall. None of them were expecting you.
Nobody expects the Draken Inquisition.
That's right.
Slaughter them.
And a lot of them are trying to move back. Mediel comes inside and she says, "We'll open the door. You get inside." And she says something in Sylvan. Fire high. And all of a sudden these Eladrin archers just kind of like are just like that in 2 ranks. The first one kneels down and they all just start firing on the walls and taking out all of the sentries on the walls. As she and a group of melee fighters head towards the front doors.
Follow them.
All right. Cool. You follow them to the entrance of the Citadel, which you can see that the doors have been closed and are probably barred from the inside. But you're at this like little bridgey thing.
okay.
Let's go.
Can I use perception to try and match up whatever it is the people who told us about the floor plan of this place was the best way for us to get in?
Well, through those doors.
Oh, just through the doors. We just need to, okay.
Do it.
Fuck it. All right, then, yeah.
So Mediel and her troops are basically going here to the gate that leads inside, and you're all headed towards this little.
Are there troops
to
in
the
front of
actual
us?
Citadel?
Are there troops in front of us?
A few.
Are the doors open or closed?
They are closed.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna attempt to slice my way through whoever is between me and the doors.
You don't have much of a problem doing that.
Are the doors open?
With you and the crack troops of Draken and Fey, you very quickly, these people are back on their heels. They were not expecting you to be here, and you just end up cutting them down, and you basically have secured like a beachhead inside here.
Let's go inside.
Onward!
I mean, cover me, you know what I mean? And like, this is what Kismet knows how to do, and just like takes a look at the door, takes a look at how it's locked or something.
This door is very, very likely barred from the inside.
All right, so we need to just fucking blow it apart.
Dragoon volunteers.
Dragoon's very excited about that idea.
No, I'll cast Etherealness and I'll go through the door and then I'll unlock it and let us through.
Okay. You cast Etherealness, go through the door, and there are probably 50 troops inside.
Then it is a fair fight. Yeah, let's see. Okay, there's like 50 of them. Let's see what can I open? Like, does it look like there's a way for me to open the door?
If you become non-ethereal, you're pretty sure they're going to attack you.
Ah. All right. So I get I get all this gumption and then go around through and I have this idea and then I literally pull like a Han Solo and it's like, oh shit. And come back. There are many of them behind that door. Like 50.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Well, I don't have a key, and I don't think he's going to answer if we knock, so we need
Do we have any dynamite?
I have 2 sticks of it, actually, I think.
Grenades.
Maybe now's the time.
Sounds good.
Right then. I'm gonna. Ooh, I know what to do. Ha 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 ha.
I have a wand of
I
fire.
have 4 sticks of dynamite.
Uh-huh.
Right. I get out my pigments and I paint just a little pocket in the door, just big enough to stick the sticks of dynamite.
Yes!
Nice. You take like a minute or so and draw a little thing in the door, and all of a sudden it just turns into a little hole. And you shove the 4 things of dynamite in there, twist up the fuses.
Ergoon lights them on fire with his mouth.
Right, everyone to around the corners, like, away from the actual doorway of the door. And be ready.
All right, everybody else is like at the other side of the bridgey thing. Who's lighting it? All right, Ergoon goes up and just gives it a quick. He bolts back to the rest of you.
I distinctly do not look at the explosion.
He walks slowly in slow-mo back to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so technically the dynamite is any creature within 5 feet of that point must make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw, taking 3d6 bludgeoning damage. Plus, I've added sticks to that, so it's actually 66.
66. All right, go ahead and roll 66.
Route 66.
Got it.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Literally.
Oh.
My camera is in mirror, so this actually is toe.
Yeah, it says toe.
Toe. Toe.
Oh, you are so tall.
Hi, baby.
Sorry, rogue die. Oh no! They're going everywhere. This is why I shouldn't be a wizard, John.
Also, slippery little die.
Dice down, dice down.
Okay, that's 10 plus 7 is 17, 23, 20, 5, 25. Points
25.
of bludgeoning damage on a failed save and 12 points of bludgeoning damage if they did.
Just as the dynamite explodes, like ripping the door open, and immediately the Draken charge. Shields up through the door. Your Fey forces are not quite as well drilled as these guys are. But they immediately, as fast as they can, try to get in behind them. Where do you guys want to be?
I'm going to brush the shavings off my robes.
Ergoon didn't
heading
look
after.
back, but all of his armor's on fire behind him.
Yeah, I'll put out the fire.
Yeah, Willow and I are like extinguishing him. This always happens.
I was wanting to be thematic.
Nice.
Kismet's like right on the heels of the Draken. Just again,
Need to catch up with
as
the
soon as the
kids.
explosion has barely even cleared, like running through the embers of the explosion, like boom.
Mm-hmm.
March of the Kismets.
Yeah. You're not sure where the other Kismets are at this point. They're around here somewhere.
There's a few of us.
I'm following behind Kismet, but just enough so if I see anyone coming at her, I will hold an arrow and shoot them.
Yeah, the Draken push through with Kismet right with them. Arrows come down. They're just strong steel shields ringing out, and crossbows over the top of them as they keep pushing in, dropping their crossbows, pulling out swords, breathing fire and acid into their faces again. As Kismet, you kind of break in next to one of them, cutting away. So this, the entryway here, it's almost like alabaster, and with like black and white tiles and stuff. And to your left is where all of the troops are and are being kind of pushed back as they're going to be pushed up the stairs by your own troops. Some of them are falling back and firing down as the Draken are trying to push up the stairs. And directly ahead of you is that column.
Yeah, the secret door.
You all know what to do, and sort of like signal for our team, ducking it underneath like other, fighting members of the things, just beelining for the door.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Or like ever the encouraging voice said as we get close goes, I hope this was not an elaborate trap to get us, elaborate ploy to get us into a trap, but let's go.
Oh my God. Ugh.
As Kismet, you
Eliza almost imperceptibly hesitates before going.
Come on.
Hi.
Kismet, like you're looking for a crack in the wall or something like that, and it's just perfectly sealed, and so you put your hand out and it just opens at your touch. What?
It's my castle.
And you all music stuff.
Hurry into the tunnel.
And there's basically a disc on the ground that'll hold 5 of you, maybe a couple more. Do you want anyone to come with you?
I mean, yeah. I think, yeah.
No, but besides your group.
Oh.
I think shout to Mediel to, that she's in charge and is like some sort of word that we would have named the thing. And so I'll just be like, the crows are off to the roost.
Excellent.
No.
And
She salutes you. And Nikos comes, is basically like standing there like he's going to go with you on this fight.
You
Glad to
ready?
come if you need me.
I mean, if you come, can you stay back? Because I need you to stay back.
Not exactly my fighting style. Stay down here.
Help where you can. We'll need you before the end. I can, actually, I can probably call to you. I've been able to, well, especially since I've been here, I can, reach the people I need to. I think I could reach you.
Maybe it would be best if he came with us, though. We may not have much time to do the thing.
I'll watch him.
He's already sacrificing himself. I don't want him to.
He won't.
Yeah, you don't want him to die before he can sacrifice himself?
Otherwise, it's all for naught.
Since we don't know exactly how much time we'll have to do what we need to do, it might be best to have him nearby in case we need him rapidly.
That's what I'm saying. Come, but stay.
Yes.
I'll keep eyes on him.
Onward.
I shall keep eyes on the eyes.
Listen, I know you want to fight. I know you want to rip his guts out every moment that you'd lay eyes on him, just as I would. But you're doing something far greater, far more noble. And we've got to keep that in mind. Our end goal can't be our own emotions. Our end goal is for all of them. And she just sort of like gestures over her shoulder to like everybody who's fighting in the courtyard.
Well, happy to stay down here, but aren't you going to need me if you put him in Skull?
I feel like I'm not communicating properly, out of character. I'm asking him to come with us, but just sort of stay a little bit back so he's not in the direct line of fire, not stay back here where these other people are.
Okay, right. Yeah, because you do know that, like, from the knowledge that was put into your head by the gods, that when you seal somebody in this skull, like, basically when you weaken him, you got to put him in that skull now and lock the door.
Yeah.
Or that's it.
Yes, that's why I want him to come with us, but I want him to stay back, like, ready to go. Like, we need all the pieces of the puzzle to work at the right time, so.
Okay. He jumps in with you, and the six of you, suddenly the floor just kind
of floating disc.
There goes nothing.
Raises you up into one of the tall spires of this citadel, until at one point you wonder if this was a trap, because it should have stopped by now. Right after which it just stops. You put your hand to the wall again, where you can see now from this side, this is the door, and it opens up into throne room.
Scared.
It's actually a door just outside the throne room, but the doors to the throne room, the big double doors, are open.
He awaits.
Who goes first?
Usual party order, I would guess.
Yeah. I mean, sort of steel myself, take a big deep breath in, and like step out into the room.
All right, so you move kind of through the anteroom and into the throne room. And the throne room is very fey. There's a green carpet that looks like it's made of vines and such, with gold and inlay, and Art Nouveau styling. On the sides, there are like these shrubs and everything that are crawling up. And at the far end, Elorian sits on a throne, surrounded by thorns all around him, that are like this big around, good foot wide thorns that kind of move around him. And then as you start moving in, you realize that there are 6 statues in here.
Who are they, John?
Make a perception roll.
Well,
you look at the first one on your right, Ergoon. You don't recognize many of them, but the first one on your right is a small fawn who you recognize. You remember her name was Prill. To your left is a Kenku. Asmin. As you walk further in, to your right, it's a glorious lady of the Grand Pavilion Music Hall, Marion. The statue across from her makes you stop, because you've never seen this person in real life before. Only in what you would term a dream. Your grandfather, Adar. Looking around, you see a statue of Uncle Perrin, and another one of Aunt Olore. You like how I've decorated the place?
Stinker blinker. Your lollipop is a stinker. You know, they're not wrong. And I can't say I care much for your taste in furniture, decoration, whatever it is you might call this.
Well, made it all the way here. I assume to propose. Can finally unite and rule the autumn together. And as you see him talking, his hair on one side, almost like split down the middle, kind of moves, and you realize it has no color in it. And his flesh on that side, also no color. And his eyes are sunken, or that one eye is sunken with sunken cheeks. Even his hand, you notice, is a little skeletal.
But Elorian, I did think to do just that, but looking at you now, something's changed. The passion's not there. I just feel you're a shadow of your former self.
Ah, see what you did there.
See. And what is it they say about us women, we're so fickle in our affections.
Orlac cast a spell. He said, well, I don't know if you saw it done in chat. He sends to everybody telepathically, why are we talking to him? Catherine.
Literally talking to him so that he's focused on me so you can do that.
Amazing.
What are you casting at him?
We're just going to cast Firebolt to test his defenses.
Firebolt?
Yep.
As soon as he does that, I'm also going to release an arrow because I've had that arrow cocked and ready to go.
Because that's how Kismet rolls, y'all. Or sorry,
Eliza, yes.
Eliza.
This, I use my special $100 dice.
Ooh.
Oh, girl.
Get it.
Ha! Natural fucking 20.
Nice.
Crit. Right on that first roll.
Every penny.
Mm-hmm.
We're
That's
going
why mine
fuck
would
this
have worked.
bitch up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Does a 34 hit?
Stand by.
Mine goes off first, woman. Calm your jets.
My tits are not calm. They want blood.
Okay, I said jets, but all right.
That is where I hold my jets.
There's an image.
Keep mine in my jacuzzi. Yeah, I created these maps and then forgot to put your guys on.
Yeah. Well, we're going to kill him with this one spell and this one arrow, so you're not going to even need a map. I mean,
Just quick
Yeah.
firebolt.
How that works.
Right.
sure he has less than 3d10 hit points.
Have you seen him? He looks awful.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be draining.
Literally. Like.
Okay, here we go.
Actually, John, now that I'm seeing the map, can I cast a different spell?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, well, actually, I need to see how freaking far I am with this guy. Oh, I'm going to have to move first, John. You ready?
Oh, no.
You ready?
No.
Watch this. Watch this, John. You ready? Boom. So I step forward next to, like, kind of a little bit, still a little bit behind Eliza, and I cast Legend Killer.
Oh.
What the
You have to
fuck?
make a Constitution saving throw.
And if he don't do it, then he don't make it. Right?
What level is that?
7.
7.
Damn. Just right out the gate.
What does it do? Is it just the?
It will inhibit his legendary actions.
Yeah, so it sounds like
You see a pixie becomes visible as it tries to counterspell you and fails.
Nice.
So he needs to make a Constitution.
Constitution saving throw. DC 20.
He makes it.
Just for the record, he can't use legendary resistance to automatically succeed at it either.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. He actually rolled good,
Okay.
which,
All good.
I didn't expect him to, because it's
Can't
me,
you
and
usually
I'm the
force
DM.
people to re-roll? Orlac?
I do. Yeah. I guess I could do it this. Yeah. Coronal shift.
Why not?
Try it again.
Boom.
I honestly never thought about doing it for myself.
16.
All right. So legendary actions are inhibited. He gets a save at the end of turns to like see if he can do it after that. So you repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, regaining 1 legendary action on a successful save. And you continue repeating the saving throw until the spell ends or you regain all of your legendary actions. So like if you have 3 in a turn, and at the end of your turn you make the save, you can get like 1 back the next round. And at the end of your turn, you can make another saving throw, and if you succeed, now you have 2.
Well, that's a very fancy little thing you did there, sir.
That's why he won't be, phoning us over and over and over again.
That's the fuck you, boss.
He did that.
Yeah, screw you, boss magic. And then I say, now you can shoot him, Eliza.
Well, I think she felt you, and it was right behind your action.
Yeah. Feel free to roll the hit.
Oh, that was a natural 20.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So 34 to hit. And I already rolled damage, which comes out to a grand total of 34. So I rolled a 34 to hit and then did 34 points of damage.
Eliza for president.
Well, actually, let me ask a question. Is he at full health right now, or is he...
He is at full health right now.
Okay, so not 34, sorry, 29. Because I can't use Colossus Slayer if they're at full health.
All right. It comes. You see some of the thorns come around and try to block it for him, and it just manages to go in between a couple of the thorns and hit him like right in the clavicle. It's like, ah, or vines, not really thorns.
Nicely done, Netherlight.
And roll initiative.
Yeah. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Come on. I got it in! Sometimes it's like, who's gonna get it in first?
Right, exactly.
I saw John throw the turn order up, and I was just like, oh, do.
Let me get this
Maybe should have rolled in there. Gonna need this in a minute. Do you want me to roll for Nikos, John?
Sure.
14 plus whatever bonus.
Plus 4. 15.
Man, am I last? Never last. I don't know what to look. Right now in my head, I'm imagining that Eulorian looks like one of those like TikTok drawing people where they draw it like lifelike on one side and glitch on the other.
A little bit.
I was just thinking of that guy.
And Willow. Oh no, she's gone. Forever.
What happened? No.
Will, no.
He was just like a Willow to me.
Just like
There are some distressing things in the initiative order.
And what?
Well, my character wouldn't know about that. But it is distressing.
I don't like that.
We got this. Maybe.
What's that? What was the spell you just cast on him?
Me? Legend Killer.
Legend Killer. I can't find that on D&D Beyond.
It's not on D&D Beyond. It's on. It was one of. You told me I could use it. It's from a Kobold book. It's actually in there as homebrew, but. If you go onto my character sheet, it shows up. You can read it there if you want.
Oh, cool. Well, did Alora say anything?
She said she'd be right back. Well, should we just go and then we'll add her in as.
Yeah.
What if she's at the top?
What are the chances of that?
Not with her dex.
Pretty low. Yeah, Orlek, you're up.
All right. I pull out a quill out of my belt, and almost like you touch it with your tongue, to let it down, and then I drive it into my arm.
Ouch!
And I pull it out, and basically right in the air with my own blood, this sigil, and then I speak a word, and I cast power word pain on Alorian. So he takes 4d10 force damage.
Is there? There's no save or anything?
At the end of his turn, he can make a save. At the start of each of his turns, he'll make a save, and if he fails, he takes another 4d10. If he makes the save, the effect ends. That's not too bad. 18 points of force damage.
That is such a lot.
All right, that it for you?
And then I teleport to over here next to Willow.
And as this happens, Kismet, to your left, the statue of Uncle Perrin starts moving. Pulls out this moonblade and leaps down toward you.
No. Oh, no.
25 and a 28.
I'd like to apologize for making this NPC so good.
We min-maxed them.
Was that with disadvantage?
Oh, no, good. So that's just a 25.
Yeah. So that one hits. So now you still have to roll again to hit the next one, but it doesn't have disadvantage.
Right. Over again. 24.
Damn it, still hits.
And that is 19 plus 7. So that's 26.
That's 26.
Huh?
26.
Yep. Action surge. Whoa.
Totally.
20.
That's my armor class.
All right. And a miss. 14.
Hey, Alora, remember those cool NPCs we made for that whole dream sequence thing? Guess what? We're fighting them.
Back.
Another 19 slashing.
Thank God you weren't there that week.
Oh yeah, I suppose it hits differently.
Welcome.
Okay, so
So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
nice.
Bad. Yeah, my initiative's garbage as usual.
Uh, 21.
All right, so he makes it. That spell ends.
But the other one's still going.
Yep.
Let's see. He's going to. He kind of stands up like this, and the vines carry him forward, almost like he's flying. And then. Can't remember how many feet this is. So I need all y'all. So he kind of lifts his hands like this, and you see all these vines with thorns coming up all around him, and he goes like that, and in this cone, just all of these thorns come out, smashing into you.
Before he can do that, as he starts to cast the spell, I cast Temporal Shunt.
Temporal Shunt, which does
He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
or
Vanish. And he's thrown to another point in time, causing
that's
this.
a spell?
It's a reaction. Yeah.
Reaction spell?
Yep.
Okay. What level?
5.
5. Okay.
But it's from the staff, so.
Ah.
I'm asking because
Yeah,
counter spell on you. It's still just a level 3 counter spell.
So it wouldn't work against a level 5 spell.
Well, it would work. He just has to roll.
Oh.
Yeah, so it has to roll.
Natural 20.
Oh, well, that would do.
So yeah, everybody underneath that, well, all of you, I guess, make a con save.
Come on.
Is this a spell?
What?
Is this a spell?
This is spell.
Yay.
Huzzah.
Dirty 20.
I am very glad because I rolled a natural one.
Oh my god.
This time I rolled 2 ones. An 11.
You said
No,
it's a
not a 1.
con save?
Con save of 14 for me.
Is this a plant that's magically created?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I get advantage on that. That would help a lot.
I got a dirty 20, John.
that's so
33
much better.
if you rolled under 24.
Oh wow, yeah.
All right, well, that's everybody. Yeah, there we go.
The con save
what-
is 24?
Yeah.
Dear God.
What kind of damage is it?
Piercing.
That is the law I can't do anything about.
Laura, you take half damage.
No.
Oh, because it's magical. Yeah, it's magical. Never mind.
Yeah, it's magical. So this was 33.
Yeah, it's not a plan.
But your temp hit points come off first.
Yep.
Mine are low.
I have to roll a con save for the
Oh yeah, you've got to make
34, did you say?
16 or higher.
Yes.
33.
I thought it was 33.
Yeah. Sure.
What difference will it
This is
make?
good read.
You miraculously keep your stone skin.
Nice.
But if we keep getting hit like
in the
that,
air, and he kind of floats backwards a little bit.
I don't know.
I managed to keep concentration on the legend spell. So.
Oh, okay. Does he roll to shake that now?
At the end of his turn.
Yeah, it is the end of his turn.
So, Constitution saving throw.
23.
All right, so he gets one legendary action back this next turn.
That sounds stupid.
I like it. All right. Time for other action. The first thing that happens is these plants underneath you in the rug and all around you, just all of this poisonous gas comes out, and you're all fine because you had a hero's feast.
Yeah, we can't be poisoned.
Mm-hmm. You're like, the air is fresh.
What is that, Febreze? Febreze?
Ergoon.
Get him, Ergoon.
Do that shit.
Yeah. You get him. I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay.
And get him. Yum.
God.
Hey, we made it into the castle.
Yeah.
There he is. Let's get him.
Plan of Plan Get Him is going to plan.
Well, Plan Get 'em didn't account for the fact that we would have 6 additional high-level baddies who you love to fight.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about that.
But guess what spell I memorized?
So many spells, Orlac. You have
Earthbind.
memorized.
And besides, we don't
Are you
need
blind?
to kill all of them. We just need to keep hitting him. Like, we need to not get distracted by them. Like, we need to not get killed by them, but like also that's
keep focused on him.
Yeah.
Put our energy. It's like Eulorian #1 always.
Yeah, because this fight is over when we capture him.
Right.
Does he have to be under a certain hit point for you to cast the...
Yeah, I don't know exactly what that is. It's like a range of like if he's under a certain amount. So he's got to be pretty damn low.
Oh, John.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I missed my first attack against Eulorian. I'm gonna teleport to the pixie.
He's 20 feet in the air.
I know. I can teleport to him. Yeah. I'm attacking Pixie. Does a 17 hit the Pixie?
Yes.
Okay. Pixie takes...
Did you roll higher than a 1?
Not entirely sure the pixie can withstand this attack.
Don't they have like a hit point of like 3 or something?
They might have like 7 or 8.
Oh, it's dead.
Yeah.
Super
Cool.
dead.
So it'd be dead. I teleport back to Eulorian. And I hit him. I already calculated all the damage and shit. I do 38 damage to Eulorian with force damage. I use my bonus action to turn my blade and all of its attack into force damage.
Very nice.
It's very nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
Obrigado. Yes, 2 of them.
That was very nice. You see, we've already got one.
Yes, they've already got one.
But I had to scrub through that a lot this week for my video. Watch it to check out one. Right. Oh. Right. Okay. Cool. Is that it, Argoon?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's time for Eliza.
I rolled so low.
Okay. Well, where is this bitch? Okay, so I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him real hard. I'm gonna shoot him. Real hard. And I am going to shoot him with my netherlight with the storm arrows.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so first arrow. 30. It's a natural 19 plus 14. 33 to hit.
Too high.
Okay.
What I like to hear.
Second arrow. 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And third arrow, also 21 to hit.
Nice.
Okay. Excuse me while I do some math. So each arrow goes
while I kill this guy.
Okay, so that's going to be we got 4 plus 8. There's so much math for rangers.
Yeah, range.
They've got range.
You got range.
They've got
Favorite
range.
foe. And Colossus Slayer. First arrow is 22 points. Second arrow is 15 points. Third arrow is 10 points. And that's going to be 47 points of damage between the three.
They just seem to be kind of like hitting into this thing, and you can see almost like dust is coming out. He seems very hearty. It's not that you're not doing damage.
But he's very hardy.
He's like a bowl of Campbell's chunky soup.
Sponsor us, please.
We're going to have to work a little harder.
That. Hasman jumps off a pedestal, he pulls out 2 daggers, and starts going to town on Nikos.
Oh no.
I told him that.
I taught him that.
And pulls out these daggers, and Nikos is kind of and takes a couple of hits. They don't look too bad though. It's Nikos' turn. He fights back.
Good.
And just gets 2 hits on Tasman. And Grandfather Adar
quietly surrenders.
He goes, "Oh,
My goodness.
my back hurts."
Too old to do this.
I'm too old.
Somebody throw in the business section of the newspaper.
He puts on his glasses, sits down with some oatmeal and the newspaper, cup of coffee, complains about the
just
neighbors. He is going to take a couple swipes at Willow.
How dare this sweet old man?
How rude.
Man.
Fucking rude as shit. He will have to answer for his crimes. His old man crimes.
25?
Yeah,
Hit. But 15 misses.
correct.
Action surge. No natural 20s. Count your lucky stars.
Oh shit!
No. Oh,
Yeah, way to go, Ben.
22. Hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. And the other one is more. So 3 hits.
No, Ben, I've already been running through my head of all the shit that I gave that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would suck if I died from a
and then all of a sudden remembered.
Currently, I'm wondering if she retained her necklace of fireballs.
That's the least of our trouble. Like,
I don't know. I feel like 7 fireballs altogether might be a little bit of trouble.
The fact that there was still a body to turn to stone
Yeah.
is surprising.
What's my damage?
it didn't add up. It just went to this weird symbol. It's too high for numbers.
It's just a skull and I think it looks like 2 femurs. That's 42 points of damage.
Eesh.
Slashing. Total for all 3 hits.
Maybe his weapon's not magical.
What about stone skin?
Doesn't help.
Doesn't help? Okay.
It's only non-magical damage.
Marion jumps off, pulls out
Alright.
basically a rapier.
Hmm.
Takes a couple swipes at Orlac.
Like to say in advance. 21 hits. I like to say in advance, Al.
Then that's 2 hits. For 19 points of piercing.
Okay.
Guess whose turn it is?
Kismet!
Hey!
Kismet, do the thing!
Ow.
Just gonna yell back to everybody else, like, don't get sidetracked. Because, like, we've drilled the plan into all of our heads. Like, we know we're trying to cut the head off a snake. And I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage, because I can do that because I'm a roguey rogue.
Rogue!
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna... Oh no, I drew instead of... Damn it.
Oh no!
How do I... Oh god, there's too many new buttons.
They keep changing everything. They didn't change nothing for 20 years. Now they change it all the time.
Spots, okay? I was using
updates.
something different. Anyways, I can totally get there. Yeah. All right, and I'm gonna get up there next to. Actually, I'm gonna flank him with.
Well, he is 20 feet in the air.
Oh right, I forgot he's 20 feet in the air. Bum 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 bum.
I mean, you have a broom.
I do. I was just about to say. I reach into my bag of holding and pull out my broom as I disengage and fly over to. Well, Ergun is on the ground, so I can't really flank him. So I'll just get near Ergun, but in the air at Eulorian. So yeah. Oh my god, which one do I want? There we go. Moving over here in the air. So I've used my bonus action, and I'm gonna hit him really hard.
Oh, hit him.
Hit him. Roll 3 of my attacks. Ooh, and that's a crit for me because I crit on a 19. Second is what's that? 25 to hit.
25 hits.
And third one is ooh, that's not so great. 19 to hit.
Just barely.
Okay, cool. All right, so all 3 attacks hit. First one's a crit. Haha! I rolled an 8 on the crit, so that's sorry, I'm on the wrong page. Is 28 damage.
All right.
Right? Yeah. Second hit is 19 damage. Third hit is 15 damage. And I'm gonna do this right now. We gotta just fucking do everything because that's what we do. All right, yeah, I'm gonna also action surge.
All right.
And hit him some more. Yeah. Oh, and technically I should have gotten sneak attack on my crit because he's within melee of Urgoon. So actually,
technically I'm not because I'm 20.
Oh, because you're down. Yeah, no, so you're not. Never mind. That's fine. I
can jump up to get him, but I just can't stay up there.
Yeah. I got you. Unless, John, you want to say cinematically, since it's all during the same 6 seconds, that it was when Urgoon was up there and hitting Yulori.
I'm gonna have to keep it to the books today.
All right.
You can't blame a fighter for trying.
That's right.
Okay, well, still, I action surge, so I've got 3 more hits on this fucker. Oh, another 19, so that's another crit.
Another crit.
Is 27 to hit.
Nice.
And another 19, so that's 2 crits and a 27.
Solid.
You guys, I switched back to my first set of dice today. Like, I went back to my old school, like, gold ones from my crystal ones because I rolled them to see who I should use tonight, and they have not done me wrong. Okay, so first one, not so great for the crit. Although, actually, I have a thing where I can reroll from the... I went over all of my powers that I get from my swords, John. I remember them all now. But yeah, I get
one of us.
to basically it's brutal strike. I get to re-roll the damage for an attack roll once for short or long rest. So this is just the once, but it was worth it. All right, so that's 28 damage for the first one.
Sorry, 20?
28 damage for the first crit, 18 damage for the regular hit, and then 22 damage for the second crit.
Y'all have done a ridiculous amount of damage. He doesn't appear to be very hurt, though.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be, but you know what? I'm just swirling all around him, just hitting and like jump off the broom and around and hit him again. It's just like whirling dervish of Kismet.
All right. Let's see here. This little pixie went to market.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And it casts a spell towards Kismet.
Is it an attack roll?
It is not.
Poop.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
You have advantage from heroes.
Yes, I do.
Nice. Good looking out.
Good, because I rolled a 2. That's much better.
Oh no, Brian, you're right. Hit points 1.
Yeah. It's kind of like flick, they die.
Yep.
19, John.
19. Yeah, you feel your body almost trying to change shape, and you kind of break out of it. All right. So the rest of these pictures are just
Decide to have a tea party.
cast little bolts at you.
Pew, pew, pew.
What's your AC?
20.
20. Just these little blasts of light as you're kind of like spinning around on your broom, and they can't quite get you. And let's see. Yeah, they don't like Orlac very much, so 3 at Orlac. I think one of them might have hit.
I was 17. Is that?
Yeah, I rolled an 18 on the dice. So.
Okay.
Ooh. It's basically an Eldritch Blast. I rolled a 1, so 1 point of force.
Oh my god.
I hold on to my spell.
Oh yeah, that is fair. Let's see.
Half damage or 10, whichever is greater. So,
Yeah.
or less, whichever one it is.
Aunt Ola Rage comes to life, looks over at Orlac, and you see flames kind of like show up in her hand, and he sends them out at you.
That's gonna be bad.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So, 17.
Is exactly what you needed. Solitary fireball.
Ouch. I both hate and love that spell.
Yeah. You're not going to mind it too much tonight, considering how many ones I just rolled.
Yay!
17, which would be 8 points of fire damage.
Okay. So good.
That's that, and Trill.
Oh, I think it's me.
No, Willow first.
Oh, sorry, Willow.
Sorry, I added my initiative later. Okay, I've got my thing. You see Willow pull out this withered vine that's been twisted into a loop. And she says some kind of short incantation. And you see this burst of energy come through her hands as the loop is consumed, as she's casting Wither and Bloom in a little sphere over at Eulorian. So I need a 10-foot sphere, please.
That
Yeah, and it can be centered on Eulorian, actually.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Eulorian needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
You guys are heavy on the con saves tonight.
Mm-hmm. Deal with it.
Word. 21.
Fuck you. That's fine. But I am casting this at 5th level, so let me see.
What is this?
It's called Wither and Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
It is a necromancy spell.
Oh, a necromancy spell.
A necromancy. So with this...
It's also another song title and them the musical.
Okay.
Wither and Bloom.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that is great.
You still take half damage.
Would also be a great like
Fuck.
superhero duo name.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right, so 15 halved
7.
6, 7. 7. Yeah, it's 7.
Mm-hmm. What does that look like? Does it actually like wither him?
Yeah, it's necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
It also says non-magical vegetation in that area withers. I don't think there's non-magical vegetation here, but just throwing it out there. And in addition, one creature of my choice in the area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll, plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So I don't know if Ergun or Kismet looks more hurt.
I'm less than half of my hit point.
Get one of your hit dice and add 9 to it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wither and Bloom.
Yeah.
Life,
I
death.
like that spell. That's really cool.
Yeah, that is
Hey.
a cool one.
How do
hold
I
up
know what
anyway.
my hit die is? How much is in a hit die?
It's usually you're a fighter, right?
Yeah.
So
8?
10. It'd be a D10.
Yeah, so you roll it 1d10 and then add the 9. But I think you have to mark that somewhere too, that you've used a hit die.
Yeah, it's like taking a short rest.
Yeah.
All right, Pearl's
I
gonna
rolled
run
enough.
over to Nikos and try to murder
So I
him.
get 18
Mm-hmm.
temporary hit points or healing?
Healing.
Sweet.
Yeah. You're welcome. That's my turn.
They're ganging up on Nikos.
I'm not moving.
Pearl stabs him, but he seems to be a pretty good fighter. So he's managing to kind of shrug off the wounds. All right, it is 9:07.
Can I do one thing? I've been planning this.
Yeah.
I just want to do one thing.
Because it'll be a great moment if it actually works. It's really cool.
All right.
All right, so drinking a potion's an interaction, right?
Bonus action.
All right, so bonus action, Orlok chugs a potion real quick, and then he casts a spell at Elorian. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. If he misses, this is gonna be super cool.
I really kind of want him to miss it.
DC 20.
He misses it.
Please give him a donkey tail, please.
He takes 100 points of damage
Holy shit!
because I drank a potion of maximum power.
Oh, sweet.
Take that, Fey Daddy.
What kind of damage?
It is disintegration. So it is. It is. Tell you in a second. As soon as I scroll down to it. Force.
Yeah, it's force damage.
Just kind of, and you can see like this like outer shell of him until it's almost all, and it's reminding you of that town that you were in. The white-skinned guy in the misty thing, he looks almost exactly like that.
Mm.
So he's like he burned off a layer of the Kachina doll.
Yeah. There's part of me that is going, oh man, he would have totally used a legendary thing, but too late. All right. Do we want to pick up here next week?
I think that's probably for the best. My heart wants to keep going, but my brain knows that's not a wise choice for me right now.
We can just jump straight in next week too. So.
Potion of
Everybody
maximum
has a
power.
thought for what you wanted to do next. Jot down a note so you've got it.
Yes. Because I took 0 notes tonight.
Yeah, and
I took some notes.
I was in it. Ooh.
I'll leave it on this map so you can go in there and
Take a
poke around, and feel free to collaborate. Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Fine.
Cool.
Well done,
Fun
everyone.
game.
I just want to
nice
say,
to
like,
take
your
off.
choices and the things that that you picked up on and have picked up, like Ergun getting that sight, right?
The true sight, yeah.
Yeah, like that stuff has all helped you. Every decision that you guys have made, right down to like, I didn't just go like, oh, I'm going to take it easy on them and not gas them. No, I had already planned on gassing you first turn. And then said, no, they spent the money. They did the they did the stuff. Like, I'm going to keep with that because he doesn't know that you're all immune to poison, and neither does his lair. So, yeah.
Just hope we can survive long enough to defeat him.
Great.
We got tricks, baby.
I also forgot that Grandfather Adar has a special ability that allows him to get advantage on all of his attacks, and I should have, until his next round, I should have done that before his action surge.
Oh, trust me, we forgot that he had a Vorpal sword, so I think it's all even.
Yeah.
I gotta get the
I
fuck
am
out of
thoroughly
here.
afraid.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, so am I, actually. I was thinking about that. I'm like, no, he's got to have that Vorpal sword. I can't.
Great job on that character, Ben. So good. You built him so strong.
So strong.
I'm just gonna remind John that I need my Adalia's warding or whatever on my shield or on my armor.
Oh,
You don't understand how powerful Parrot is. Because when John was like, yeah, min-max the shit out of it, I went, all right.
And here he is.
it was only after you all made your characters that I went, oh, you know what they're going to face in that last.
Oh my god.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, God, I forgot I gave him all these items. Although, it'll be nice if we get these.
Yeah.
True.
Gotta fucking crush him then.
You know what his Moonblade, you know what the name of his Moonblade is?
Moonblade.
Moon's over my head.
No, it's named Kismet.
Kismet.
Aww.
He's gonna kill Kismet with Kismet.
Yes, he is.
Do we all still look like Kismet, by the way?
No, you guys didn't look like Kismet. It was all the people who were around her at the time.
Yeah.
I thought we did. Not bad.
Okay.
Cool. Whatever. Fuck.
Yeah, at least the Prill and Tasman and Marion aren't like big fighters, but they're certainly doing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would recommend from a GM advice thing, don't let us get Perrin's ring. Because that's a campaign breaker.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
Fuck is
It's
that?
a ring of spell turning.
Oh.
So not only does it give you advantages against spells, but any spell of 7th level or lower is rebounded on the attacker forever. Like, it doesn't have charges. It just goes. Like,
That is a campaign breaker.
yeah, it's a campaign breaker. Great for a bad guy, though.
Yeah, like, there's also like, oh God, would I actually give people a Vorpal sword in real life in a real campaign? But I was gonna say, after this leg, we're going into the end game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, at least with a Vorpal sword, You still have to roll a 20.
No, not for Kismet though.
No,
you have to roll a 20.
Even with improved crit, you still have to roll a 20.
I thought that it's as is written. It says as long like whenever you crit.
No, it says it when you roll a 20, I believe.
Yeah, but I only crit on a 19 because of the specific swords that I use, so it wouldn't apply to a different weapon.
Oh,
Gotcha.
got it.
Yeah, it says if you roll a 20 on the attack roll specifically.
Okay, well, you get like a 5% chance every single time.
Yeah.
You just automatically kill something. 5% chance.
Never
Okay.
tell me the odds.
Right?
I totally missed this Blood Fury tattoo.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
Oh.
I'm so glad I put it in that character.
Good job, Brian.
Yeah, you know what I did? Didn't make a character at all.
I helped us the most by not existing.
You're welcome.
Way to go, Laura.
Yeah, I'm helping.
Maybe these are just weird, like, shadows of the original people, and they don't have all this stuff. Maybe.
Yeah, they're just
Thingy.
their versions.
I both hope so and hope not.
Oh, so get this. So not this coming weekend, but the weekend after, I'm going to Las Vegas to go see Yachtly Crew.
What?
Yes. Yacht rock, baby.
Oh,
All
God.
right. That sounds
because me and my cul-de-sac crew, all the little people, all the like the 4 or 5 families in my cul-de-sac, we all got drunk on 4th of July and we bought tickets.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Let's go to
Very
this
good.
show in Vegas. You've never had a better idea. Boop, 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 boop.
All right, lovely people.
Yeah.
Good night. Good night.
I think I might go
You're
eat
all
dinner.
wonderful. And I can't wait to kill this piece of shit next week with you guys.
It's gonna be super good.
And with
Nice.
nobody dying.
Good work. I'll most likely kill you in the morning.
That's true.
Aww.
Good night.
Night.